Hey, afternoon everybody, how are we all doing? Whew, bit of a rush again. Oh, just been out doing the Christmas shopping all morning, didn't get back till 1:30, 1:45. Little bit of a rush getting on, but there you go, we're back, we're in, we're live. At last. Right, let's just calm that down a bit. How about that? Picked up just nice. Shh. Right, let's catch up with who's on, who's in today. We've got Chris in first, Chris Milky. Then Matambly, Joe. Then Rob's radio channel. You read the title to say I'm giving away a Patreon and a channel member. If anybody wants to be given away, just let me know. As long as you cover postage, I don't mind. And we're giving a power supply as well. Bentus Penroll on 240s. Afternoon, Bob. Busy morning. Battered prawns with sweet chili dip. Very nice, Bob. Sounds good. Afternoon, Derek. Only around for an hour. About the same as me then. Afternoon, Nick. Mr. Laser Sound's in. Afternoon, Mr. Laser Sound. And Mac Vision. Mick McGinn. Nah, we're still, neither of us are good, mate. Neither of us are good still, Rob. Afternoon, Benji. Getting some coal. Dave Rhodes. Hi, Dave. And 80's in. Oh, dear. Yeah, so been out Christmas shopping. I don't know, we went out, it must have been about 9:30, 10 when we left, I think. It's a bit of a session of that one. Yeah, Rob, you're saying about the ferries and the parcels delayed. I've just learned that this power outage is really close to us as well, so touch wood if I can find some, and fingers crossed and all that we don't get a power outage. I hope not. You know, we've had enough power outage, I think, for to last us this year at least. Just had to get some coal and don't like going down the cellar in the dark. You got a coal cellar, have you, Benji? Anyway, today we're going to show you what we're going to give away. I'm sure from the silhouette, some of you may have guessed. I think if Brett was in here, he'd pretty much guess that straight away. Hi, Simon. How are you, mate? I think Brett would guess, so Simon may well get this as well. If you look at the silhouette in today's like slide for YouTube, I cut away the actual image of the set and just left the outline, so that would give you a bit of a clue as to what it was. Anybody ever guess? Apart from Jeff, obviously, because this is another one of GT Jeff's very generous donations, and we're going to give this away. Afternoon, Harvey. Just catching up. That's a big. You got 4 rooms down in the cellar. It's Benji Towers, isn't it? Benji's mansion. So we have got a new channel member today. So thanks, Anthony, for joining the channel members. And Steve, apologies, but I still haven't updated the Patreon and channel member credits yet. I will do that tomorrow, I promise. Saying that, I've got to go out early tomorrow. So it's all go. I just can't understand. I've got no time to do anything here. I can't do any repairs. I can't do anything. It's no time. So we better go. See who's over here. We got somebody over here. Look, that's patiently waiting with his little mate. There he is. And I can just about see peeping over his shoulder, number 13. Look. Afternoon, Anthony. All right, mate. And thank you again for joining the channel members, Anthony. So let's let's go over and see what Penguin's got to offer today. Have you got anything that might help with my cold, Penguin? Bit of cough mixture maybe, or you know, some Lemsip. Other brands are available. Let's get my finger in number 13. See what I can pop out. Oh, can I get hold of it? Oh, another shepherd neem. Oh, I think this is Simon again. Oh, hello. One of me little reindeers come off the shelf. Stay up there. Try to jump on me back. Double stout. Never heard of that one before. Thank you again, Simon. Ciao, Pengy, Pongo. See you tomorrow. Be good. Whew. Right. Double stout. Never had that before. Britain's oldest brewer. 5.2%, so that's quite potent. A double stout. What do you call a double stout then? What makes a double stout? Where's Malty when you need him? Excuse me, we'll be doing all the usual coughing and sneezing today, I'm sure. So, you know, it's a horrible job having to sample all this beer, but someone's got to do it, you know? Someone has got to do it. Yeah, it's got a sort of definite stout, dark colour. It's a bit feisty as well. Whether it's supposed to be chilled, I don't know. You do normally chill stout down a bit, don't you? But it's been chilling in the Advent calendar. That's mostly head on that, look. It's not a lot of beer in there. That's mostly the head, look. I've just finished my coffee as well. It's all go. Hoping the coffee will keep me awake. Bizarre, how you doing, mate? I have tomorrow set for early. What's that, Joe? Oh yes, yeah, I'm off out to my work's Christmas. Not really a Christmas do. It's a bit of a get together that the staff have sorted out. Management obviously got no interest in giving us any Christmas do. So yeah, not my favourite set of management in there at the moment. But, you know, we're not in branch, but management in general, really. So yeah, I'm going to be live tomorrow 1 till 3, hopefully. I'm looking to shoot out literally at 3 o'clock, so I won't be hanging about, but should be good. I think we're looking at another giveaway tomorrow, aren't we? I can't remember now. Is it the Panasonic tomorrow? Well, no, the Grundig. Anyway, cheers everybody. So, any ideas what the giveaway is? Let me see if I can get the slide up on screen for you. You can have a little look and see. That's not in there. Let me see if I can find them. It's a radio. Are you sure? Are you sure it's a radio? Right, where am I going to find this to? I'm going to have to go to Photoshop, aren't I? If I can find Photoshop. Right, let me get my thing back up. And my chat. And we need to go to there. Maybe a record player. You think that silhouette is of a record player, Rob, do you? Strange if you had a record player with an aerial on it, but possible, I suppose. It is definitely possible. Let's have a look. Oh, it's bit my tongue. Pinned. I don't want pinned. Recommended. Tom and Susie, Sandra, how you doing? Minus 22, Tom. Flipping heck. Ooh, this is this is ramping it down a bit. It doesn't seem to synchronize between different computers, Photoshop, for some reason. Maybe I'm not setting it up right. I don't know, but it just doesn't seem to bring the files in from all different computers. Very, very weird. Anyway, I'm sure you can see the slide for today's stream. Trying to think where else I put it. I put it on Instagram, didn't I? I hope you'll all follow me on Instagram and on Facebook and Twitter, or X as it is now. Right, are we back? I think we are, because I can see me on here. It's a bit scary. Stop. I think we're back. Right, let's find my chat. Where's my chat gone to? Where be that chat gone? There it is. Yay, we're back. I can see the chat. Whew. At last. Apologies for that. I could have stopped trying to open stuff. I tell you what, really we're right up against the limit of this machine now. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to show you a silhouette, but maybe I can show you some little snippets of things that might give you an idea. So let me just rearrange a bit of camera work a minute, and let's just go in. Now, does that give it away? Does that give it away? Give it away now. Let's have a look. It's sort of difficult to... It's in a carrier bag, so what do you think? Any ideas? Any ideas then? Yeah, I get around about 25p a video for the ads, Bob, so I'm really raking it in. I'm absolutely raking it in from the ads. I just can't believe the revenue it's generating. I'll tell you what, it generates next to nothing really. I think unless you make standalone videos, you ain't gonna get a lot from ads, to be fair, but you know. Let's have a look then, what we guessing. Yeah, RP38A, Gerard. He's got it. I mean, I was trying to make that a little bit blurry, and you know, but I think you've sussed it. So yes, I think we've all got it. RP38A Hunter. When will you be going HTTP? What does that mean, Derek? Playing with the log burner. He's playing with the log. He's not locked out in the shed today then. He's been upgraded to log burner duties. Let's get that out of the way so don't knock that over. Let's get that out of the way and let's zoom out a little bit then. Let's have a look what our giveaway is for the channel members and Patreons. And it is a very nice later model, my favourite one, with the solid handle and the aluminium extruded grille. This is, in my opinion, the most robust Hunter. And as I say, it's got a bit of dust on it. It's got the later power socket in the side. We did give away a Hunter, was it last year that Harvey won this? You want twins, Harvey, or have you already sold the other one on for a profit, or have you still got it? Do you use it? Where is that man, Harvey? Yeah, that's a bit better. Give it a bit of a dusting. Looking a bit dusty, but yeah, this is a beauty. Fibre, no, not a chance of that, Derek. We're just too remote for that. Unless the government sort of does something, I suppose, and lets them run fibre to everybody's properties, then we're like way out. You still got it, Harvey, have you? What's a nice one, that, wasn't it? Well, I can tell you, you've got a bargain there, Benji, because one of these in good condition, got to be 3 figures for a good one. You can pick them up on eBay for sort of 60, 70 quid. But you know, this is very nice. Looks like we've got the original aerial, which is pretty straight. I wouldn't. Is it dead straight? Yeah, it is dead straight. Look, still got the old swivel on it, which is working as well. If I can get it in shot. Up a bit, left a bit, right a bit. So yeah, aerial is all good. Pretty straight. Well, yeah, that's because you were silly enough to buy one with a broken aerial, Rob, wasn't it, really? Even though I told you not to, but you still do it. Anyway, yeah, you don't want to buy one of these with a broken aerial because they look rubbish with a different aerial in them. So yeah, nice aerial. As I say, it's the later one with the extruded grill, so this is like solid aluminium, the grill on this. Badge is absolutely perfect. Timber looks very nice. As I said, it's got the 12 volts, 18 volt socket on the side. Let's turn that down a minute. It's got the 18 volt socket on the side and the headphone jack. It's got the solid handle, so some of them had like a bowed over handle, which I don't think looks very nice. These are nice and robust. Aluminium again. Sometimes they rust a little bit on the ends, but this one looks pretty good. Yeah, this one's very good. A little bit of a dink in the wood there, but nothing to write home about. Let's get you in closer. So you can see what I mean by the aluminium grill. It's solid aluminium. Teak sides, and it's thick teak, not like the Roberts. The Roberts weren't anywhere near as thick as that. I say the handle is solid. Well, it's a solid bit of aluminium with these chrome steel sides. So it's Hacker FM. Right, hopefully we have power. Sorry about that. What a pain in the backside. So you can tell it's Friday the 13th, can't you? It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. So, yeah. What was I saying? Does anybody remember? I can't find the lead for this mic either. I can't find the lead for me Yeti. So I've just chucked some double A's in there for the minute. In the microphone. Anybody that knows these mics knows that not the Yeti, the Rode that I've got on. There's two parts to it. There's a transmitter and a receiver, and both parts have got batteries. Now, if the transmitter, which is what I'm wearing, goes, I can see that quite easily. If the receiver goes, that's another thing. I can't really see that because it's right up on top of the camera over here. So it's carnage, isn't it? It's carnage. Anyway, we're back. Apologies and all the rest of it. I've knocked the camera down as well. So what I was talking about was the VP408, the power supply that goes with this. So this is being bundled in with this. So you get both. And as I say, these were around about sort of £30 on eBay. And recently they've gone through the roof. I've seen these go for like 80 odd quid. I know Simon sold a few of these and they are pretty valuable. So it's not the greatest power supply on earth, but it is specific to the Hacker radios. And it's made by Hacker. So, you know, together it makes a cracking little giveaway. So we've got quite a few channel members and we've got quite a few Patreons. So if you're a channel member or Patreon, you can enter this competition. If you're both a channel member and you're a Patreon, you get 2 goes at this. So I think Anthony's just joined twice. There's a lot of you that are both. So you can have 2 goes at it. It's not open to free members on Patreon. It's only paid members. And what I should be doing is on my Patreon page and on my channel member page, I'll be posting up a jar of something. And I was thinking, do I do a jar where you've got to guess the number of things in the jar? Or do I do something where you've got to guess the weight of it? The weight would be easier for me. But then saying that, Mrs. Cruncher does my counting anyway, so it's not really. It's not really. Now Rob's gone and gifted people memberships there, so it looks like you'll all get a chance. And those that have been gifted memberships, it would be nice if you carry on that membership afterwards. I'm not sure how long a gifted membership lasts for. Is it 4 weeks? Is it I really don't know. But so yeah, thank you, Rob. Afternoon, Alan. So we've got a few people that have been gifted memberships that are lurking in the background. We've got Teslar1, Jason Woods, Easy DJ, Zatez, and Owl, 26 Tango Charlie 101. Welcome, Owl. Good to see you in there, mate. So don't forget to pop in and say hello if you've just been gifted a membership. It's a calendar month, Anthony, is it? So what is that? Would that finish at the end of December? Or is that a month from today? God, I just bit my tongue just now. So anyway, if you're not a channel member or a patron, then there is links in the description of this video where you can click and join. Oh, a month from today, is it? Yeah, the idea really is for people that are supporting the channel really to give them a chance to win something back, Rob. So that's the sort of point of the giveaway for channel members and Patreons. So there's a chance to give something back to those that have supported me over the last year or month or week or day even. So So we better see if this works, don't we? I need to probably plug this power supply in first and just make sure the polarities are right before we blow anything up. We don't want to be doing that. I have got to fix a lead on this one as well. So I haven't tried this. I haven't even looked in the back actually. This is the first time I've unpacked this radio. So be interesting to see if it works all okay. We know the power supply works because I fixed that in a stream previous. So it's saying it wants to be center pin negative, so let's have a look. See if we're correct. If I can find my power leads. Which are all tangled up with everything as per usual. I'll tell you what, certainly you can see it's the Friday the 13th, can't you? Everything's going wrong. Right. Let's have a look and see if we are center pin negative. So if we put the center pin to the negative. The problem with these power supplies is people get them for other things and they change the polarity around. So it is center pin negative. We're running at 19 volts, but then when you think about it, two PP9s fully charged are going to be more than 18 volts, so that's fine. And when the radio starts taking power, that'll drop off as well, as we saw when I put it on the DC load. So let's plug it in. Now there's a special plug on these as well. It's a bit unusual. It's got like a retractable front end. So this piece here like retracts back to make contact. It's just like a safety thing, but very unique to Hacker, that is. I did manage to find some very similar plugs, but you cannot buy those plugs anywhere. Right. So before I actually switch the power on, let's have a little look. Actually, let's just pull that off a minute. Just have a look in the back of the radio. Oh, we've got some nice big old battery buffers in there. Look, whoa! I don't know if this was Jeff's radio that he's donated or it's one that he's picked up. I don't really know the history of this. So we got very nice, clean-looking battery connectors. In fact, this looks like new. It's very, very clean inside there. Look. I mean, look at that. It's absolutely immaculate. I can't see any issues. We've got an original aerial, look, with the rubber grommet on the bottom. Amplifier looks fine. Again, I'm not going to mess with this unless it needs messing with, if you know what I mean. It's in very, very good condition. Once again, we've got a massive, great speaker in there. Massive, great speaker. It looks totally unmolested, this one. Totally unmolested. So let's pop the back cover back on, because as I say, it's like anything that's got a cover on it. It always sounds better when the cover is on. So I see no reason why that won't work. So let's plug it in. Who thinks it's going to work then? Who thinks we are going to work straight away with no issues? Absolutely no issues at all. A fetish for fluffy battery buffers. I like squidgy battery buffers. You always talk about your giant pet penguin. It's a good icebreaker. Oh my God, Ben! I knew that was coming. I should have looked first, shouldn't I? Very good, mate. That's the way you tell them. I did check anyway, Anthony, did I? Hey, Rolf, how you doing, mate? Of course it'll work. Yeah, we all think it's going to work. Signs of life, it will work. Let's stick it on FM then. Let's pop the aerial up. Pop it on FM. Let's get it on or around about 100 megs, which should be classic FM. Here goes. Picking up the lights, I think. So we've certainly got a scratchy volume pot and we've got a scratchy treble pot. But it does sound amazing, doesn't it?
Was gonna be to be filled. The twins. To lure her into visiting me at art school. As far as we knew, Elise hadn't applied anywhere yet. I liked imagining Sadia as an optician. I pictured us in one of those pokey examination rooms. In my dreams, my chin was
picking up the buzz off the LED lights.
Fiddled with the lenses and asked me smoothly, better or worse? Better or worse?
With battery buffers like that, it'll work.
Folding my ear over to ensure the glasses wouldn't dig into the thin skin behind them. We'd been friends for about a year, ever since she told me she liked the Riot Girl patches I'd painstakingly sewed onto my rucksack. We'd walked home together, talking about whether our parents would let us live there.
Okay, the other thing is FM is slightly off because Radio 2 is right on the end stop there. So I'm not sure whether it's the pointers off. Yeah, the pointer's not central. The pointer's not central and the dial is slightly off. So we've got a couple things to do. Now, how we do for time? Because I say I can't be late today. We've got an hour, roughly. Hum from the PSU. No, it's no hum from the PSU bazaar. It's these lights. He does it with my radios downstairs with the LED lights, unfortunately. The hum you can hear at the moment is the hum from my Variac. If I turn it off, that's gone, see? So the hum you're hearing is from my, what do you call it? Well, it says it's an AC power supply, but it's an isolation transformer and a Variac in one. That's the hum you can hear there, but the buzzing on this was just the what's his name? The How's Your Father? Now, I know that's supposed to be underneath that little clamp there. So maybe this has been out of the case at some stage. Yeah, because the area wires are supposed to be underneath that little, not the area wires, the speaker wires, and that ought to be in behind there really. But right, let's see if we can get at these pots. No. The answer is no. Okay, so we're going to need to pop it out the case a minute. We are going to need to do some surgery. I thought I might get away with this, being it's a Hacker Hunter, but it's not aligned properly, and the dial pointer is not central. So before I do any alignment, I need to make sure the dial pointer is in the center of the band spread. Otherwise, it's just really confusing. It'll stop halfway. That's half of the issue, I think, is the fact it's not quite centered. So let's get this thing out of the case. Take that off. That can stay on. That will need to come out. Got to pop these off. If I can find me spudger. Don't want to damage anything, so being careful. What's that one? Oh, there's the other one. Oh, Christ, stuff raining on me again. Let's take out that screw. Together with all the bits and pieces that come with it. Washers and spacers and everything else. And this one is in cracking condition. I mean, look at the shine on that plug. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like brand new. It's almost like a new old stock Hunter. Look at that. Will it come up here? Are you gonna focus? Yeah, look at that plug. I've never seen a Hacker plug that shiny before. It looks like it's not even been out ever. It's like a new old stock plug, that. Unreal. Right. Let's get this one out. Yeah, I know that, Rob, because it was me that helped you find it, and I don't think you still don't think you've done it, but you've done a lot of looking at it. A lot of looking, Rob, not a lot of doing. Right, so that's that one off. Hopefully it'll come out without a fight. Yeah, there we go. Nice. So we've got the power supply on this one, so we've got to unplug that little modular connector. And there we are. So we need to pop the front off to get the dial cord adjusted. So let's pop the knobs off. As usual, those do not want to come off. Where's my bit of plastic? There's my bit of plastic. Let's see if we can get them slightly helped on their way. Did that move a fraction then? Yes, it did. That's one. And this one, you're going to be nice to me? Maybe not. Yeah, there we go. There she blows. Right, that's that off. Some screws that hold the fascia clips on, little side panels with their little washers. He says as one drops on the floor. Get that one in a minute. Other way up. They are sort of on keo slots, these, so you could just loosen the screws and take them out, but then it's such a pain in the neck trying to get the lock washer back on. Okay, so what I'm trying to get at here, I don't know if you can see the dial pointer. If I turn the tuning cap, if I can get the light to stop shining on it, you'll see, you can't really see it very well, but the dial pointer's here. Let's get the light on that way a bit better. Not quite in front of the camera itself, but you can see the orange pointer there. If I wind it that way, it totally disappears from sight, and it takes a turn before it comes back. And when you get down the other side, down this end of the scale, it doesn't disappear. Look, it's, I don't know if you can see that, it's still there. You see that? It's still there, and it's bottomed out there. It can't go any further. So we need to alter it so as that comes right to the edge here. So it's got about it's about a quarter of an inch out in old money. So it comes that way. We should just about see the edge of it up on this end of the scale and on this. So say it's got to come this way about a quarter of an inch. And we can do that with this little grub screw in here, which is an Allen key. So let me see if my Weir Allen keys from the other year fit that grub screw. Is that one too big? That one's too big. That's a 2 mil. Is it a 1.5? Yes, okay. So you can just pull the dial cord down, but what tends to happen if you do that is, come on, cool. Ooh, I'll tell you what, that's properly stuck on there. So we're going to need to put a bit of the old WD on there, very gently. I don't want. Don't want it going on the dial cord. Just let that drip into there for a second. All right, Rob, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I don't think that's quite the right size Allen key for that, you know. We're going to need to get another one. Let's get my Allen key stash, which I think is up here. We've got metric and imperial here, so it probably is imperial, I expect. There's a little thin one. And Sod's Law says that all my thin Allen keys have disappeared. Right, what's this one? No, that one's slightly too big as well. Look at that one. Too small, I meant. This one's too big. Now, what about this one? We've got another one. That looks promising. No, that one is too big as well. Too small, I mean. I'm not doing well here, are we? With the Allen key situation. Nope. That's exhausted those Allen keys. Right, next up we'll have a look at Rob's little box of tricks that he gave me. Thank you very much, Rob. What have we got in here? Have we got any Allen keys in here? Yes, we have. But have we got any small ones? .5. It's still moving a little bit. It's sort of in between 1.5 and 2. I think 2 is too big. Yeah, it's an imperial size Allen key, unfortunately. I daren't try and put a metric one in and force it because it will round it over. This is slightly tapered though, so I might have a bit more chance with this one. Let's see if that one will get it out. All I need to do is loosen it. So part of the toolkit that Rob gave me come with this nice little screwdriver. So what I need to do is turn it that way so I can get the screwdriver on it and see. No, it's not turning it. It's a no. So it looks like we're just gonna have to slide the dial cord, which I didn't really want to do. It's not the way to do it. You're supposed to undo that pulley and then move it along with that, but it's not gonna let us do that today because it's Friday the 13th. It's saying no, sorry, wrong day. You're not doing it. Your name's not down. You're not coming in. So what I'll try and do is hold it so as it doesn't bunch up and then move it a fraction. see what that's looking like. Still needs to come over a little bit, but it's going to be bottoming out on this side. That's the only thing. How's that looking? Aha, okay. That's looking better. What about this side? So I can just see a fraction of it there. What about this way? Okay, so it's gone over a little bit too far, but not much. Let's ease it. Fraction, that should be enough. It wants to be there. So a fraction. It's a bit monotonous doing this, but so it's just disappeared there. And it's just there. That's perfect. Right. Dial pointer is now in the right place, so we can put the dial back together. It looks like I'm going to need to get me a set of Imperial Allen keys, because the metric ones don't fit this. I wonder what size that is in Imperial then. It's sort of between 1.5 and 2 mil. If I had to guess, I'd say 1.7 mil, something like that. That would be my guess, 1.7 mil. But I don't think there is such a size, is there? There probably is. It just will not go in. Stay in there. I'll tell you what. Nothing's working right today. We've lost the microphone. We've lost the lead for the microphone. The computer's frozen up. I haven't got the right Allen key. Anything else anybody can think of that could go wrong? We could lose the power. That'll be the next thing, won't it? I shouldn't say it really. I'm tempting fate, aren't I? A 1/16 is 1.59. That probably is about it, Ben, I expect. I'm going to need to find another lock washer or two. Because there, one of them's jumped off onto the floor. I did sort of hear it hit this little bit of paper down here, so it can't be far. But you know what it's like. I'll find it weeks later when I'm looking for something else, I expect. That's usually what happens. Right, let's get a couple more washers out. I did think I dropped just one washer, but there's two missing. Unless one didn't have a washer to start with, maybe. Me a little washer box and find me a couple little Hacker lock washers. There's one. genuine. There's another one. Actually, that one's a little bit big, so let's see if I can find another copper one. Always try and keep my washers on that. That's too big. I'll try and keep my washers all together. If I find any on the bench, always put them back in here. If I find any on the floor, I put them back in here. There we are, that's better. So there we are, a couple of actual hacker washers. Want to keep it authentic, don't we? As I say, I was hoping not to have to touch this at all, but it's not the case, is it? It's always something. Now, the next bit is really dodgy because we're going to have to mess about with the FM oscillator just to move it a fraction. And the problem with this, it's got no AFC button on it. I'm not sure if you can defeat the AFC in these, which basically sort of locks it onto the frequency. So we need to make sure we lubricate the bass and treble. I know I did that, didn't I, without doing that, but I can get into them just about. In fact, no, I'm going to pop. I'm going to have to pop them off. I forgot I needed to do the bass and treble pot, and it's a lot easier to do with the top panel off. So the bass and treble, that is, not the volume. Volume you can get to from underneath, but the bass and treble are a bit of a pain if you haven't got the top panel off. You can squirt it in there, but it literally goes everywhere. Let's loosen this. Yeah, so now I can get in there to squirt them. So we're going to use the fader loop. Let's make sure that's not on the dial cord, which it is a little bit. Do the volume pot while I'm in there. Did that come out of there? Did then. Just work that in. That should stop that scratching, hopefully. Come on. Play ball, please. Right, so that's those pots done anyway. What we can do, 13 mil? It's coming as close to half an inch. You filed an Allen key to fit. No spilt beer, no spilt beer. It's rare that we spill beer. Again, this set really gives you the basis to make a minter if you want to. If you want to go and do a load of polishing and polish each individual item up and make it absolutely bling, then you can do. It looks like I've just found my 2 missing washers right in front of my eyes. Yeah, so you can take the dial plate off, polish it. I'll give it a little bit of a wipe off before I put the knobs back on. And then we need to have a little play with the oscillator. We can do that with the radio back in the case. It's one of Hacker's great design jobbies. Whitworth, yeah. I remember doing work on cars many years ago. The different array of sockets you used to have to work on cars. And then you can start going into different types of threads then. Different types of threads, it's an absolute minefield. You know, BSP, BSF, UNF, is it? There's so many different types of threads out there. I think Chris from All the Gear No Idea is the authority on threads. There we go. Bit of a spruce up for you, just with the old wipes from work. The work wipes. Let's give that a dry off. And because I've now dried it off with that, I need to stick some polish on it. I'm creating myself jobs here, aren't I? So I'm going to stick a bit of this Novus Plastic Clean and Shine. It's supposed to be anti-static, anti-fog, anti-static and dust repellent. Just get rid of any residue that those wipes have left behind. Give it a bit of a shine up. But I say, really, you want to get this off and go at it with some Novus polish, ideally, if you want to really get it shining. But this will get rid of the dust and that on it. There we go. That's come up nicely. Let's stick all the knobs back on. Good starting point for bass and treble on these sets is about halfway. Seems to be about right, about mid position. Tuning gang, should we give that a little bit of grease? Grease, not I want grease, not that. Where's my lube? No. Just going to pop a little bit of silicone grease on the spindles. Just makes them easier to come off next time. Stops them corroding. Maybe a bit much on that one, but I suppose it would be sensible while we've got it apart to just stick some switch cleaner up the back end of the switches while we're in here. Deoxit on its lowest setting. There we go. Not that they were noisy anyway, but I think it's TC3 that'll pull the dial back in. Whenever you're doing any sort of alignment on these, you must keep this plastic case back on. Somehow it's got some weird properties where if you try doing the alignment without this plastic bit on and then you put it back on, for some reason it throws the alignment out. Now I don't know whether it's got some sort of weird coating on it or not, I don't know, but strange. Is Chris still doing videos? I think he is tinkering with stuff. He is tinkering with stuff, Derek. But he was in the stream not very long ago. I think it was the beginning of this month or end of last month. Chris popped in and said hello. I know he was sort of like trying to concentrate more on his engineering stuff than the sort of radio bits and pieces. He's got all his milling gear, and he's got his Chevy truck and lots of other bits and pieces to play with. So I think he's sort of shelved the radio stuff for a little while, but I'm sure he'll be back doing videos at some stage. Right. Put some of this stuff out of the way before I knock it over. So that'll be the next thing. Right, okay. So that's done. We've done a few little servicing jobs. Let's see if I can connect it back up, and we'll do the adjustment with it out of the case for a minute. Will I be able to do that? Nah, sorry. Let's put it back in the case. It's easy to get at. No difference really. Plug the power back in. Pretty sure that's supposed to go in behind there, so this has definitely been out of the case before. That's supposed to go in behind there. Come down the back like that. Actually, what I will do when it's out of the case is I'll just pop this wire here back underneath this clip. It just holds it away from the speaker and stops it fouling. There you are, that's better. Let's plug the earphone thingamajigger back on. Ariel's back in his little hole. Right, let's put some screws back in the side here. There's my handle. There he is. Handle. One of those. One of those. That's that one in. Now it gets tricky. It's nice to see all the bits are here as well, because very often these pieces are missing. It's my least favourite bit, handle reassembly on these. It's best done with tweezers, that one. Got it. Yes. What's that? My little aluminium caps. Again, be careful, we don't want to damage those. So get them on nice and straight. One. Nope, straight I said. Ah. There we go. Right. Okay, let's connect her back up again. Make sure it still works. Okay, so radio 2 should be about 88.15, something like that. So I don't know if you can see or not, but at the moment, let's get the camera over this way a little bit more. Okay, so you can see the dial pointer there. So that dial pointer is bang on 88, and that's where it should be, but it's actually there. So it should be coming in about there. So I'm going to adjust the oscillator a fraction, which from memory is TC3, which I think is that one.
Is younger than me, was the brilliant Toby. He was great. Very good, wasn't he? Well done, Toby. Now
that's
then,
bang on.
So, I don't really eat that much sugar now.
So let me just go to 100. Oh, first time. Absolutely bang on. That's all it took. Just a fraction. I'm dragging everything over now. Let's try and get my point over. It's pulled my Allen key collection over. So what I want to try and do is prop this up. Bear in mind I dropped these in my drink yesterday, didn't I? So let's see if we can prop it up so as you can see the front panel. Okay, how are we onto the camera? Right.
Thomas Dasgard directing football.
So 100 is classic FM.
4:30, time to share a film favourite with you now. And on this Friday the 13th, a piece of music that just captures the emotions, the adaptation in The Sorcerer's Apprentice of that day that starts well, but somehow, especially for in this case, never quite played out in the way he
wrong.
So whether this has been your day, or perhaps it's just that one day over the festive season where things don't go.
So over this side of the scale on 88, just, well, round about 88, we should now get radio 2. Bearing in mind last time it was actually off the scale.
Thanks for made.
So it should come in.
Sort of mournful violin music playing on it. It's awful.
No, it's fine.
Tell us about Brian. He's not going to be here for Christmas, or indeed, obviously, a birthday.
What can I say? It's a gift. There you go. And did you notice we've got no scratchy controls now? Let's just test that again.
For a few years, working on the motorbike.
We've got the aerial up even.
He went there when he left uni for a few months and loved it, and always wanted to go back. So the opportunity came up, and he's taken it.
And is it going well? You enjoying it?
Yeah, I think.
Perfecto. It's absolutely bang on now, as it should be. So that didn't take a lot, did it really? What's that taking me? Half an hour, 45 minutes to mess about with that? To get it right? So as I say, whoever wins it can do what they want. But they've got a cracking radio. Now, Rob did mention that we haven't tried medium wave.
Favourite of both of us.
Long wave. As per usual, we got nothing.
What made you want to leave your home?
Radio 4.
Literally breath. At least a couple of times every hour.
It is working.
Chief Superintendent Lewis Hughes from Greater Manchester Police says the inquest is an important step for his family.
We are hopeful that the Ukraine... Jennifer Page and Crush, and it plays on Heart just after 4:30 then. I'm going to get a Christmas song on next. I'm not introducing it though. I'm loving this during December.
So let's pop the back panel on, because you can't get a decent... well, you can, but you can't get the full effect without the back cover on. So let's pop that on. With our great big battery buffers. Love a big buffer.
22 West at the start of your message, and we'll sort the rest out. But Grace is on the phone now, feeling about Christmas growth.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
A little bit of buzzing there. I think one of the wires is touching the speaker a little bit. There you go. What do you think? Is that a nice giveaway, or is that a nice giveaway? And don't forget, we've got the power supply that goes with it. I have got to just tidy up this lead here, but that's not difficult, to be fair. I'm just going to nip about half an inch off of it and resolder it onto this connector properly, and that's job done. So there you are. So if you want to win that, you need to be a channel member or a Patreon. And I will be putting out possibly tomorrow, if not Sunday, but it'll be drawn on, not drawn, the winner will be announced on Christmas Eve. So I've got to get another jar. I've got to put a load more bits and pieces in that other jar. And I've got to get Mrs. Cruncher to count it again. But that'll appear on the Patreon page or the channel, and the channel member page. And like I said, if you're a Patreon and a channel member, you'll get 2 guesses. So make them count, because it's a cracking giveaway, that. Sorcerer's Apprentice. Right, let's just catch up with the chat here. Jericho, how you doing, mate? From Peru. You have a Sony Pro 80 sleep and you want it alive. You're going to need to do some work if you want that alive, Jericho. Are you wanting to say about were you wanted to say you want to send it to me, Jericho, or are you wanting to have a go yourself? Because I have got some videos out there on the Pro 80. So if you fancy a go and you're pretty handy with soldering iron and some SMD work, then you might do it. Did how you doing, mate? Oh, boy's home for work. No, I don't know if there's any finger in here. Some English phrases that you learned here. Don't learn off of us, Tom. Wholly unaware, welcome. Glad to see you back, mate. Been tied up listening to your Dexies and the Midnight Runners Christmas album. I love a bit of Dexies, Holy. I'm a bit of a Dexies fan. I didn't know they had a Christmas album though. So I might have to, that does sound a bit, I'm not sure. Dexies and Christmas music? Never know. It could be a thing. I'm going to have to look that up. Let's make sure I haven't missed anybody else. Yeah, we certainly did have a few standards, didn't we? There's all sorts of different thread types and sizes and nuts. AF and what's the other ones? Oh, I can't remember. So many different ones. So many. Russie, how you doing, mate? Just picked up your next project, and Murphy A46. I think I've done one of those, Russie, am I? Yeah, so the Sony Pro 80, you are going to need to do the SMD electrolytic capacitors if they haven't already been done. And let's have a look, see if I can change this to my email. You can drop me a line on my email. What is going on with this? Why won't it go on the bottom? Oh, you crazy banner. There we are. You can drop me an email, but it is going to be some time before I can get to it, Jericho. From Peru, I've repaired radios for people in Brazil. I'm assuming that's not far from Peru. My geography's not great, but it should be because I'm a radio ham. And you should know where everything is. Simap, how you doing, mate? Sorry I missed you. Who remembers the farthing with the little robin on it? Timothy saying it was a wren. Yeah, I do remember that one. There was some coins that were put out from London Mint that were I think the 50p, did they do a 50p with a robin on it? I know they've done a few different ones. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in the style of Come On Eileen would be great. I bet it would. I've got to look up Dexy's Christmas album, unless you're having me on, Holy, but I wouldn't be surprised if they'd done a Christmas album. Pretty much everybody's had to go to a Christmas album, haven't they? Johnny Cash has done a Christmas album, and he killed some songs, but some of it's pretty good. Some of it's actually surprisingly quite good. Oh, they did have 2 albums out for Christmas before they broke up, Anthony. Well, you'd know, Anthony, wouldn't you? DJ Tony. Glad to see you back with us, Gavin. Hope you're a bit better today, mate. Right. Banners then. So my Patreon page, if anybody's interested, is there. Patreon.com/Radiocruncher if you want to sign up. You can sign up for as little as $1 a month plus the VAT. I think it works out about $1.20. And you can win a good 150 quid's worth of radio kit, if not more. I mean, what value would you say this is? My personal experience is that if I was selling this as a package with that, then I'd probably be up around the £200 mark for that. You know, I'd probably go through it and do the caps, but I would be looking probably around about £200 for that if I was going to sell that as a one-off. So it is a valuable thing that you could win for just a $1 a month Patreon subscription. Or you can go over to the channel membership page and sign up for that. And you get another chance if you signed for both. Some people find the channel memberships easier. Unfortunately, YouTube like to take lots of that money. So with Patreon, I get more from the pot, so to speak. So they don't take as much of a cut as YouTube do. YouTube take cuts of everything, so it's PayPal is king. So there you go. So I will be putting out within the next couple days a jar, and I'll put a photo on my Patreon page, and I'll put a photo out for channel members only. When Christmas Eve comes, I'll show you the jar, and if anyone wants a guess just for a bit of fun, then we can see who gets closest. But as I say, it is only available to channel members and Patreons. I think it's fair to give something like this back to my loyal supporters. Right, now, which one is this? Is that in number 1? Yes, there we are. That's better. So what do you think? I mean, that's a nice giveaway, isn't it? Martin, how you doing, mate? Yeah, let's give us a few more likes, I think. Cheers, Anthony. I think that's a cracking giveaway. And it's thanks to Jeff. GT Jeff has provided both of these things. So you've seen me working on this. We got this going. We had lots of issues with it, didn't we? We had broken bits and bad wiring and a dodgy fuse and all sorts of things with this. But you'll have to wind back a few days to watch the video on what we did to this one. This one, as you've seen, we've just had a little bit of a tweak on that. We've made sure the dial alignment's right now. My tongue is hurting because I bit it just now. Done the pots. So that is, you don't need to do anything to that. You won't need to do anything to either of these things. They will just work. You can clean it a bit. There's lots of bits you could do to just give it a final fettling, but it doesn't really need it, to be fair. Certainly do, Simon. So well said, mate. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, you enter up, mate. You get 2 chances, Rob, because you're in both. Anthony's in both as well. Fix the volume pot on the Siemens. Well done, Martin. Even though you're a Volv tube radio fan. See, we did do a giveaway last year of the VHF Volv radio, but the chap that won that was abroad, and he very kindly redonated it back to the channel, so I haven't got round to doing another video on that one yet. In fact, I don't even know where that one is. I think it's gone back up in the loft for a holiday. So there you are. That's enough on that one. As I say, in due course I will put a link up on Patreon and channel members page, and we'll get you up something to have a count of. I don't know whether we do a count, guess the number of components, or guess the weight. I don't know. We could put Coco on the scales and guess Coco's weight. we could guess Coco's weight, couldn't we? Jingle jar of joy. These are considered by a lot of people to be the best hacker ever made. There's a lot of people rate this radio as the best of the best as far as hackers go. I think they sound great. A bigger case and a bigger speaker is always going to sound different than a smaller case and a smaller speaker. So my personal view is the RP18 is the best sounding hacker. But it's a different sound. This is very, very good. Very, very good. You go a long way to beat this. You know, you'll struggle to find anything better than that. So there you are. Shall we do the Advent Calendar of Joy? Let's get that one up. And let's find number 13. Unlucky for some. We've certainly had our share of unluckiness today. Let's see if we can get you in and find number 13 today. I'm just looking for it. I can see it. I can see it. Cheers, Derek. Catch you soon, mate. There's not much difference, Anthony. You can use the amp out of the Sovereign 2 on these. The only difference is they've laid the components down so they can fit the aerial in and get it in the radio. Yeah, not much difference at all. I think if you look at the circuit diagrams, they're virtually identical. They're just laid out slightly different, that's all. Of course, you've got the metal cover goes over the amp. But pretty much they're the same. Have I got one here? Yeah, there's one. And there's the other one. So that's the two different amps there, look. They're pretty much the same. 6, 3, yeah, 6 caps in both of them. They use pretty much the same components, to be fair. Very, very similar. One's an A209, one's an A205, so they'll work. You can interchange them, no problem. Right, have we spotted the hand on the sack? Very good, Anthony. Got in before Sandra today, look. Oh, Sandra, you're slacking. FM Herald, for just purely FM, yeah. Yeah, the FM Herald is nice, but then it is a Sovereign with just FM in it, isn't it, really? Here, 13. What have we got today? We've got another Allen key bit. Not Imperial, unfortunately. That's a number 5. Is that 5mm Allen key? Do they go in millimeters? I don't know. Let's get down and have a look. 5mm. Where's my little pack? So we've got a 3 in there already. So we'll pop that one in beside it. 5mm. Still got quite a lot of bits to go, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Potentially 9. We got a salt and pepper pot as well, don't forget. We got the crazy salt pot, look, for doing your salting up your meal as you're doing your repairs. So still plenty to come yet. So there we are, people. That's me done for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. A little bit of fettling on it. Didn't need to do a lot, really, did we? It's a hacker after all. Slight bit of dial alignment and a bit of squirty on the pots and the switches. Job done. Nice. Very, very nice radio for somebody. So say, don't forget, if you're not a patron or a channel member, then just hit the button and you can enter. You get free entry. You don't have to pay to enter. This is not a raffle or anything. You just need to be a member or a Patreon. Thanks all, and we'll get you again tomorrow. As I say, a little bit earlier tomorrow at 1 till 3. So there's only a couple hour slot, and I think we're doing the little Grundig Yacht Boy radio. So I'm sure somebody will be really chuffed with that one. Anyway, catch you then. Have a good one, and hopefully I'll win darts tonight. You never know. Bye for now.